Hello, and we're back with more Daryl D TV. We're back to Prince. We're back to the Prince bootlegs. Let's talk Prince bootleg vinyl. Okay, so on this episode, we're gonna semi-review an album that was titled More Intimate Moments. Now, keep in mind, these Prince bootlegs, when they come out, that's what the cover looks like. These Prince bootlegs, when they come out, whoever is putting these out, or who put these out in the past, they kind of title them however they want to title them. So don't think that maybe these album titles came from Prince or anything like that. For the most part, that's not the case at all. So, but this one is titled More Intimate Moments. Maybe there was another one titled Intimate Moments, and this one is More Intimate Moments. I don't know. What I will say about this record is that, like most of his, or not most, like a lot of his other albums that I've seen, they've had multiple covers on them. And when I did some research on this one, I saw that there were 3 different covers. What's interesting is this particular cover, from what I see on the internet, it was just a white label. And there was another version with another cover that actually had the actual print on the label, More Intimate Moments. So it's almost like, I don't know if they got it wrong or whoever put this one together got it mixed up, but supposedly the one with this cover only has the blank white label. I don't know how accurate this is. They're bootlegs. Who knows? Who knows? I got this from Amoeba Hollywood. This was when they were still on Sunset. I've had this for many years. Actually was surprised that I found it at Amoeba of all places, but you know, Amoeba was definitely that place back in the day. Not so much now, but definitely back in the day. So this record, this bootleg only has, I believe, 6 songs on it. 1, 3, 5 songs on it. 5 songs on it. 1 or 2 I recognize, most of them I don't. Before we get into the actual songs, let me just say, or let's get more familiar with this actual record. This actually is just a 12-inch sleeve with a photocopied picture, kind of a DIY type of situation, and then, you know, that's just a regular 12-inch, and that's how you do things to save money. I've actually done this a few times on my little label when I was pressing up records several years ago. So it's definitely a method of saving money and whatnot. Make sure I get this back in here. So let's talk about some of the songs on this record. Side A has 3 songs. The first song is called Up-Tempo Piano Jam. Not that it's called, that's what it's titled on the actual, or that's what the songs are. I had to research it on the internet just to find the actual song titles, so-called song titles, whatever the bootlegger decided to name, I don't know. But it's called Up-Tempo Piano Jam. And what it is it sounds like, I don't know if that's one of Prince's actual songs that was ever released, or I don't know. But it sounds like it's definitely a piano type session where he's rehearsing and kind of kicking around ideas. And he kind of has this piano loop that he's playing, and he's he's kind of mumbling, you know, a lyric or a hook or at or an I should say not or an ad lib. So he's just playing this one like 4 bar piano loop, and he's kind of mumbling or very lightly kind of, you know, singing this hook with these ad libs just over and over and over again for the whole entire song. Um, and I dig it. Sound quality on this album as a whole, because it kind of slightly varies between the songs. All in all, I would give it between a 6 and a 7, which for me personally, when it comes to bootlegs, is excellent. It sounds like it's being recorded sort of from a distance. Not really from a distance, but it doesn't sound like it was recorded into a soundboard. I'll put it to you that way. It's almost like there was a recorder there just recording. And these are the kind of bootlegs I really wonder about, like how in the world, you know, did these even get out? Because it just sounds like, you know, it kind of gives me the feeling that Prince was just in a studio by himself. So did he record the stuff? Did he have a sound engineer in there that was recording? What was actually going on? Who knows? He definitely. I've never seen anything where he actually spoke about it. I'm definitely not the type that's just gonna believe the first thing I hear from somebody else. You know what I mean? Not just immediately for that. So I don't know. I know he was not a fan of bootlegs and not a fan of unfinished music being out there. But yeah, this first song is definitely, and I love bootlegs like this where it's like rehearsals or practice sessions or just him kicking around ideas and things like that. That is the stuff that most people never get to hear. But I have, you know, a handful or two of albums, bootleg albums, where you can actually hear, you know, what's going on in a studio. I even have some where Prince is talking to the different bandmates or whatever. It's really cool. But I like this, which takes me to song number 2, which is titled "Wonderful Showering Beauty." And it says on here that it's a bluesy piano ballad. Again, it definitely sounds like a practice session. It sounds like, and these are like just Prince and the piano. So it sounds like he has like an idea and he's like kicking around the idea and trying to, you know, put something together, put an idea together, and he's kind of like, you know, kind of whispering and mumbling lyrics, and it sounds like he's trying to put something together. So he's kind of like freestyling on the piano, and maybe I would say this, or maybe this sounds good like this, or whatever. Definitely not professional, not finished, not, you know, nothing close to that, but cool nonetheless. Like I said, these are the kind of things I love hearing from Prince. Song 3, a song we're all familiar with, was "Around the World in a Day," and it says it's the extended version of that. Well, most of us who are Prince fans are familiar with that song. It sort of sounds like it's live, but like I said, the sound quality probably gives it that whole sound. But it's definitely longer than the album version, and there's a lot more, you know, ad libs at the end of the song, thus the extended version. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Side B, it says "The Making of So High." Now, I'm not familiar with the song So High. Does that sound familiar to anybody? What album was that on? Was that ever released? I'm not really sure. But again, uh, it's him. It sounds like he has most of the concept for that song put together, and he's just like connecting the dots and just forming the song into more of a finished product. Um, but yeah, I'm not familiar with that at all. I hope you can hear that. I thought I'd take a chance and play this song. The last song on there is called Baby, You're a Trip. And hopefully we can get away with listening to a little bit of this. Let's take a listen real quick. Cause baby, you really got me blind. You're the only one I wanna see. You're the only one that takes to me every time. Baby, your ocean is too wide to go. Baby, you're the cause that's too deep to bear. So yeah, you can hear how slow that is. It almost sounds like it's dragging, or like it's kind of, he's singing like as it gets slower and slower. I'm not familiar with this song. I'm not sure if it was ever released on any album. Maybe somebody out there can help me out with that. I would love to hear it. But it's called Baby, You're a Trip. It almost sounds like the lyrics sound great, but the drums on here, they kind of sound like they're going in slow motion, or they're just too slow for the rest of the track. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but it's Prince. He can do what he wants. But yeah, again, this is called More Intimate Moments. 3 different colors. All in all, it's fantastic. The fact that I'm not familiar with 90% of what's on here makes it that much cooler for me. So yeah, to all the Prince fans out there, the Prince vinyl fans, because this is what it's all about, and the Prince bootleg fans, here's one you might want to pick up. Alright? We'll be back soon, hopefully, with another Prince bootleg vinyl video. This is Daryl D. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love. Yeah.